Okay, so if you're watching this video, you most likely have already heard of NFTs or really like gaming. I'm really bad at introductions, so what I'm gonna do is give you my intentions. My intentions of creating this video um, is to give more of an informative piece on Big Time, the video game. Reason being is I don't see a lot of literature out there that helps people understand a little bit more, unless you want to go do your own reading, which can take much more time, which I've done. So I think it'd be good to have a video out there that hits all the points in terms of what people want to understand in a project before, I guess, playing it or investing into it. And so what I will be tackling is what the project is, I guess, the NFT side of the project, as well as the gaming aspect, right? So it's kind of a all-in-one for understanding Big Time. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the homepage. No, this is not the homepage. This is the homepage. That's the marketplace. So this is the homepage. You land here, can watch a trailer, read a little bit more. So if I can summarize Big Time, Big Time is a game that is set up. It's an MMORPG set up almost like World of Warcraft. It plays with the multi-universe theory a lot of the time, and so you're this time traveler that goes back and forth through time and essentially level up your character, play through different classes, unveil the story almost, and then on top of that you have like the NFT side, right? You can read through all of this malarkey about us and all these things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the team, because I think that's quite important in terms of whether or not you want to be involved in this project. So Ari is the CEO, and Ari was also the co-founder of Decentraland. If you haven't heard of Decentraland, then I'll show you Decentraland. But if you're an NFT head, you probably already heard about Decentraland. Decentraland is a game. It's a game that is almost like a host, and then you can create other games in there. It's mostly known for the land sales that goes on in their realm, and so a lot of people buy and sell land on Decentraland. Decentraland and Sandbox are the two biggest virtual reality games that involve blockchain and crypto, and they've done pretty well. So it's good to have a lead that knows a lot about NFTs, their involvement into a game, as well as a good game, right? Thor has been involved in Zynga as an executive producer, as well as a few other companies like the VP of production, executive producer, and then a few other things. I won't bore you guys too much with the details. Development director, Electronic Arts, right? Essentially, these guys all come from EA, Blizzard. It's right here: EA, Blizzard, Epic Games, Riot, and then there are some people that have worked for like Disney, and a few other aspects. So that's the CEO. CPO, majority of the time focuses on, show you here. Script is making a crypto. I don't know what a CPO is, to be honest with you. I thought I'd be able to read it there and then be able to tell you what it is. Okay, so he focuses a majority of his time on the product, which essentially I can understand. Thor has worked on different projects, so he has that knowledge. The CTO focuses on the technical aspect of the game, the engine, the mechanics, maybe the integration of crypto with the game. And so it's co-founder of BitMonster, Drifter Entertainment, senior AI programmer at Epic Games, software engineer at Electronic Arts. The more you look into this, the more you realize that these guys have known each other for quite a long time. So probably built this up slowly, which is a good sign. CMO, I'm not going to get into. That's more marketing. I don't really feel like that's important. But he has an impressive resume, nevertheless. And then you got Ken. So Ken is the creative director, senior creative director, and I think this is one of the more promising roles in terms of his resume, because he's an art director in Deviation Games, worked at Treyarch on Black Ops 4 in terms of the art direction, and Black Ops 2. Set designer for Disney Toons. It's a phenomenal resume. Art director for Spielberg's Boombox. I don't know what that is, but it seems like it's something art direction wise that could be good in Electronic Arts. And then production design, Medal of Honor. We all know these games, right? Disney feature animation, story artist at DreamWorks. I mean, look, the list goes on. There's a lot of influence off of this, I think, and that's just an opinion. Toontown was a game created by Disney, and so I can see a lot of crossover with this concept and big time. But anyway, that's Ken. Ken's a creative director. Brian True, product lead. And I'm not gonna bore you, but all of these guys have worked for EA. And Blizzard. Blizzard is more on the product lead, so I think that's Brian Chu. EA and Riot. So these guys have focused on environments and 3D aspects of the game, design, and that's all to do with Blizzard, EA, Riot, and Epic Games. So you can imagine that they've got a lot of experience. This whole team has 10 years, if not more, and so off the bat, we can understand that this is a game first, then an NFT project second. The NFT project does not make or break big time. Big time success it comes from the fact that people will play the game because it's a good game. And why would it be a good game? Because you have people on the team that have experience with creating good games, whether that is from a leading perspective, a technical perspective, a creative perspective, graphics perspective, or any of the other things that are involved with the game. So now that we've spoken about the team, let's dive into the marketplace. As of now, the NFTs that you can kind of categorize, that could be categorized, let's say, would be the aesthetics, which is like armor that you can wear. So whatever armor you have doesn't matter, because this will be how you look, right? It doesn't really help with the gameplay or your stats, but it's something that a lot of games have. If you look at Valorant, League of Legends, and a lot of the other games, CSGO, majority of the economy derives from the fact that you can personalize your items, but also, the game doesn't become a pay to play game. So you have the skins. You can also earn these mystery boxes, and the game is an alpha, so if you're playing now, you can easily earn any of these, and I'll show you the prices of some items at the moment. So $5,000, $2,340. It's pretty cool. So you have that. Then you have the passes. Essentially, the passes allow you to enter into the alpha. And so the game is active at the moment. It's not finished. And you'll see a little bit more about it later. But yeah, you can essentially earn a lot of these NFTs. So the passes, if you want to play the game currently, you're basically going to have to redeem a gold or silver pass, because the first time that they released the alpha, only the gold VIP access pass enabled you to actually play the game. A few weeks passed, and they said, okay, the silver pass, the silver access can jump on. So if you had a silver access, you can jump on, and then the jade will happen a little bit later. So if you have the jade, you're gonna have to wait. The jade. Let's go on OpenSea now and check the prices, right? Okay, so let's go on big time launch, right? Okay, so you have these three. So if you want to play the game right now, I recommend you get the silver pass. It'll cost you $611. If you get the gold, then you have more chance of getting rarer items, I assume, while playing the alpha. But that costs you like 2,000, I think, or like 3,000, 1,000, something like that. The jade, OpenSea, and its fucking shenanigans, right? So let's just open it in different tabs. So yeah, gold is okay. So now it's 1,500. But if you want to get that, you read more about it. I'm not gonna dive into why you should get the gold or the silver. And then you got the jade pass. The jade pass you can't really use right now. You're gonna have to wait, but it's $91. So if you don't want to spend money on this, get the jade and wait. So now that's the passes done. Now we're gonna go more onto the land, right? So they're called spaces, and the way they can be categorized is two ways: their rarity and their size. So you got large, medium, small. So the small obviously is cheaper, medium is nearly double, and then space is basically 6 times what the small is in terms of pricing. Then you have its rarity, and essentially the rarity of it, I assume, comes with the difference of cosmetics when you actually play the game. These spaces, just so that we're clear, the space aspect of the game it's not active yet. So when the game actually comes out, that's when you'll be able to interact with the space that you own. And so for now, there's not much on the spaces, but I'll give you the information in a second about what you can do with these spaces. So you have exalted, which is the rarest, then it's mythical, then legendary, then epic, and then rare. So that's the way it kind of goes. The cheapest for a large space is $500, and then if you want to get a large space that's exalted, it's $6,249. And that's pretty much it for the NFTs as of this moment. Let's click on one of these so I can show you the description. Space are expansions to your personal time machine that come in different sizes and rarities. They can be decorated and provide access to unique features, such as the timekeepers and forges, that are key to enabling token loot dropping, crafting exclusive NFTs, and upgrading cosmetic NFTs. You can also connect multiple space together to customize the layout of your time machine. All space is useful, and most time machines are will likely have a mix of size and rarities. So all this means is that when you have these spaces, you will be able to earn more tokens and essentially do more. And the people most likely to own these spaces are guilds and also groups of friends that play this game. And the reason being is because you can progress much further when you're a group of people in this game. So this game really relies on a personal party aspect of gaming, which is why a lot of people played World of Warcraft until they got rid of that and put queues for dungeons where you can just go to a dungeon with random people, and then the whole social aspect of the game deteriorated. So Big Time has that covered, and I hope they don't change that anytime soon with a queue to make life easier, I guess. But anyway, so that's the land. You have these things called timekeeper and forges, and the more you time travel, I guess, the more you use these things, and you can connect them together. So another project that has that is Artifact. You can get pods, and in the future we'll be able to get different pods and connect them together and have bigger spaces and all these things. And the only issue is with Artifact, it's more of a social place to be. If you own a pod and you're in a pod and someone else is in a pod, it's because you own the Artifact NFT. You don't have normal people using that infrastructure. But with this, people will be playing the game regardless of their NFTs, right? People that play the game, they will need to join a guild or a group of people to progress further into the game, essentially really utilizing the social aspect of the game. Anyway, so that's that pretty much covered. Let's see if we've missed anything out. Oh, the engine. Okay, so with the engine aspect of the game, there hasn't been much conversation with what engine is being used, but I mean, if we look at Let's see if we can find this. So we got engine here, and then we go to content. No, that's the wrong place. Yeah, I think this is it. No, it won't be an extras binary probably. And then third party. You know what, let's go into this. Okay, there we go. So you got a crash report. As you can see, the icon over there is the logo to Unreal Engine. So this game runs on Unreal Engine, right? Definitely does. But what version of Unreal Engine, we'll find out in a second. I found this a few days ago. The version of Unreal Engine that it uses is obviously Unreal Engine 4, and if you understand engines, you understand why it's Unreal Engine 4 and not the new Unreal Engine 5. The Unreal Engine 5 is a new engine, and I think multiplayer use case for that is quite early, and there's a lot of bugs with an engine like that as of this moment, until we have development from the programming side, but guys, I'm just giving you a surfaced opinion. By no means am I someone that can fully understand the intricacies of an engine and developing. There we go. So Unreal Engine 4 prerequisite setup. So essentially you need to install this in order to play the game properly, so you can install Unreal Engine 4, like guys. And it's a good engine. It's a good engine. And let's look at other games that use Unreal Engine 4. Fortnite is definitely one of them. You have so Fortnite is here, Stalker, Batman Arkham City, Unreal Tournament, obviously. Let's see all the other ones. Bioshock Infinite, Hellblade, Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z, which I never knew, Yoshi Crafted World, Street Fighter, Brother in Arms, a sea of games. Obviously the Batman trilogy, not trilogy, but the Batman franchise, Bioshock. There's probably way more games, but it's a strong engine. It's a good engine for gaming. But that's pretty much it, guys. I will dive into the game to give you a little bit more information about the classes and what kind of things you can do in the game as of this moment. But for now, this is this video, and the next video I'll be uploading would be the gameplay and everything to do with the actual game itself from a playable aspect. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If I've left anything out, please do not hesitate to message me or leave a comment, so that I can essentially focus on that side of the game, and we can collectively come to an understanding of how to get an answer for that, whether that be to contacting the team or just cycling through information online.